What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back as usual with the Mariners postgame recap. First and foremost, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Both help me out tremendously. Got a couple new subscribers from yesterday, so welcome. Please, everybody, feel free to comment, drop your thoughts on the game. As always, I just ask that you keep it civil. Not here to start a war or anything, just here to enjoy this beautiful game. So, thank you again to everybody that has subbed and does watch the videos from the bottom of my heart. Truly does mean a lot to me. The Mariners sweep the Oakland Athletics, a 4-game sweep as they win today 3-2. Their second one-run win of the series, so they improved to 6-12 in one-run games, which is starting to get back onto that 500 trend. A very fast game, about an hour and 59. I think I clocked an hour 59. Might have technically been into 2, but we're going to say an under 2-hour game, and it really did fly by. And kind of listen, not a win you're going to put in the Smithsonian, not a win that you're going to put into the Mariners' greatest victories of all time, but it gets them 2 games above 500, puts them on a 4-game winning streak, puts them on a good trajectory to have a great homestand here. They're now 4-0. They've got 3 against Pittsburgh, 3 against the Yankees. Before the homestand started, I said 7-3. Now, I'm going to alter that a little bit because I hope they can go better than 500 over the next 6. So I'm kind of now at go 8-2 on this homestand. But again, I'd still be okay with 7-3. That still puts you in good shape. It's about winning series. It's about having good pockets. A 7-3 mark in 10 games is a 700 winning percentage. You do that throughout the season, you're going to be fine, and they will be in the playoffs. Now, they're not going to do 700 winning percentage right away, but you guys know what I'm getting at here. So let's dive into a 3-2 win. Start on the pitching side, Logan Gilbert, fantastic again. 8 innings, 3 hits. 2 of those hits came in the first inning. I think Noda had a double, and then Seth Brown did tag him for a 2-run home run. And then Logan gave up 1 more hit. I think Noda got him again in the 7th. Yeah, Noda had 2 hits. I want to say it was in the 7th inning. Got him for a 2-out base hit. Logan, fantastic again. No walks, 6 Ks. I actually think Logan Gilbert has the lowest FIP in the starting rotation. So, again, the Mariners have a big 4. Now, I know it's Oakland, but these guys are still dominating. They're not getting through. Here's the thing. If you're pitching great and dominating, that's good no matter who you're facing. Bad team, good team, whatever. Where you'd be concerned is if, like, Logan went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, or, 5, 6 hits, only struck out 1, walked 4 or 5. That's when you start going, okay, like, he got a break because it's Oakland's offense and they couldn't capitalize. But this is domination. These are guys that are dominating. This is what good pitchers do. We've seen all these guys do it against good lineups too. So the Mariners really do have, and listen, I know there's a lot of great rotations out there, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to find 4 better than the Mariners. And the great thing about Gilbert, Kirby, Castillo, and Bryce Miller starting to get in there, he's only got 5 starts, so we need to still let him come into his own a little bit. But it just, at some point, all these guys look like the best starter. You could make a case for Luis Castillo. You could make a case for George Kirby right now. Right now, you can make a case for Bryce Miller. And then you could also make cases for Logan Gilbert with how good he was in Atlanta and how good he was today. So, like I said, it really does seem to be that any one of these guys can carry this team at any time. That's so important to have that in your pitching staff. It's sort of like defense in football. Like it travels. You know what I mean? They always say defense travels, starting pitching travels, same kind of thing. It can win anywhere. Home or away, and, it's going to keep you in games. If you're dominating like this, like I said, the Mariners offense didn't do a whole heck of a lot today, but Logan gave a chance and did enough. And the offense was able to do enough off of what Logan did. Paul Sewald, a shutout 9th inning with 2 strikeouts, 11 save for Paul and 11 chances. He's been fantastic. Logan Gilbert could have gone back out there for the 9th at 77 pitches. But here's the thing. It's not like Sewald's been overworked. Like, if Paul had worked the last 4 games, I might be like, why? Let Logan throw 77 pitches. I hate to say any guy that went 8 innings, almost giving him a night off, but it's essentially pulling your starters in the 4th quarter a little bit. It was a 1-run game. I don't mean to insult the A's that much, but it gets Logan a chance to not have to throw 90, 95 pitches here. 77, keeps him fresh. You feel pretty good. Seawald's going to lock that down, and then Logan's next start's going to be against the Yankees, where you may need 95 to 100 pitches. So I didn't have a problem with that move there. Again, against the A's too. I mean, it was a pretty good chance Paul was going to lock that down. So let's go through the lineup. JP was 0 for 4. Ty France 2 for 4, 2 solo home runs that honestly looked like replays. I actually thought for a second, because I was checking an email for work, when he hit his second home run, I looked up and I had the volume down and I thought it was a replay of the first home run. That's how much they looked alike. Both were no doubt abouters, no doubt home runs. They both would have been out at every ballpark. So one, good to see Ty's wrist, hand, whatever it was, doing okay. That's the most important thing. And the power stroke starting to come back from Ty France. Now he, entered 2 nights ago with 2 home runs. Now he's got 5. So now all of a sudden we're seeing the Ty France that can hit the 20 to 25 home runs. So good to see him starting to heat up a little bit. They need it. They need these guys to get going. Excuse me. I guess the game didn't end early enough for me. Julio 2 for 4. Good to see had a base hit in the first inning and then a nice ringing double, a classic kind of Julio hit in the 8th. He had a nice series. Reached base twice tonight, reached base, I think, twice yesterday and 4 times in game 1. So he was on base 8 times this series. Want to see some of the extra base hits start to come for Julio, but he's there. And had it been Caballero on first in the 8th, it might have been the game-winning RBI from Julio. Kelenic was 0 for 3 with the walk. The walk was intentional in the 8th. Gino was 0 for 2 with the walk, but it was a big walk. It was the game-winning walk in the bottom of the 8th with an RBI. Good take by Gino. It was a 3-1 pitch that was close. It was a ball at the top of the zone. Gino did a nice job to lay off it. Cal 0 for 4. He was DHing. Teoscar was 1 for 3. He was also robbed by Nick Allen of another hit. Tom Murphy was 0 for 3. And then Caballero was 0 for 1. Was walked and hit by a pitch as well. I think that was the only hit by pitch. Mariners did have some base running gaffes. Julio was caught in the first inning. Kelenic hit kind of a line drive. It was clearly going to be caught. It was hit well, but Julio must have read it wrong off the bat, and he was not picked off, but doubled off at first. Caballero was caught stealing as well. And then Caballero had, in the first inning, Logan Gilbert with 2 outs had Noda picked off. But Noda did a nice job to do that swim move over the tag. Caballero couldn't get it down. And Seth Brown then hit the 2-run home run. So some little mistakes on the base paths for the Mariners. Again, you can get away with it against Oakland, but definitely something they need to clean up a little bit. Really not a lot to say about this game. I mean, good to see, like I said, the power for Ty France coming back. Would like to see Gino get on a hot streak with some home runs. Teo and Cal Raleigh as well, and Julio. Love to see every player on the team get, the power stroke going and hit a bunch of home runs. But those guys in particular, and especially getting hot, would be really, really good for this team. And again, a nice sweep. I still don't think this team is playing its best baseball, which is a good thing. They're 2 games over 500, and like I said, hopefully that's it. Hopefully they do not go below 500 the rest of the season. But the pitching is definitely hitting its stride. The main 4 have been amazing. Marco has been okay. Like I say all the time, he's a 5th starter. He's had a couple really bad starts, some really good ones. I'm not one of those people that say, remove the bad ones, because no, they count. But Marco is fine at the back of the rotation. Like, listen, if Robbie Ray could magically come back tomorrow, sure, put him in there. But that's not happening. And I don't think some of the guys down the minors are quite ready yet. I think everyone kind of sees Logan, George, and Bryce and just wants to then call up everybody. Be a little patient on some of these guys. Let them develop for a little bit. But the pitching's obviously been amazing. The bullpen, by, is it B-War or F-War? I think by both. They're like number 2 behind Baltimore for the bullpen. Now, I don't think the bullpen has been quite as amazing as maybe the numbers indicate. Like, their strikeout to walk ratio is fantastic. And that plays going forward, if that's what you want. You want guys that are striking hitters out and not walking guys. But they've had some BABIP luck. They've had a couple guys that seem to struggle with runners on, but Munoz should be coming back soon. That's going to be a big boost too. An already pretty solid bullpen. But the offense hasn't quite hit its stride yet. It's playing better. It really is. And listen, I don't think any of us thought this was going to be like the number 1 offense in baseball. But I think we saw some top 10 upside to this team. And with the pitching, it has, enough to be a real serious contender. So you're still looking for, Ty France looks like he's heating up. You're still looking for Julio to get going. Still looking for Gino to hit his stride with the home runs. Cal's always going to be kind of inconsistent. Another guy like Teo, everything's going to come in bunches. But hopefully they can really get these guys going. And then the team can kind of take off as a whole. But again, like I said, we're 50 games in. They're 26-24, 2 games over, and I don't think they played their best baseball. That is a good thing. Remember last year, they were 29-39 at one point. So this year is off to a much better start than last season. They've had some hiccups to begin. There's been some tough series, but overall, I think we're all okay with where they're at right now. And remember too, this is 2 games over 500 with being 6-12 in one-run games. They're still not playing. I mean, they've won a couple in the series, which is great, but they're still, haven't won a lot of those close games. So there's maybe a little bit of that can come around for the Mariners. And it already had, look, in this series, they entered at 4-12 and run one. I can't say that for some reason. 1-run games, and they've won the last 2. So good to see, them starting to get those wins and everything like that. So not much else to add. Great pitching matchup tomorrow night, Mitch Keller and George Kirby. So definitely watch that one. The Mariners will be in the City Connect jerseys, which I love the jerseys and the hat. I think the jerseys are cool. I think the hats are cool. I don't like the black pants. It just gives like a beer league softball look to me. But, it is what it is. But I like the jerseys and the hats. So if you can get one of those, go for it. I think they look great. I'm just not big on the black pants with it, but it should be a great pitching matchup regardless of the pants matchup. And then luckily the Mariners, when the Yankees come into town, are going to miss, I think, Garrett Cole and Severino. So they're missing that. That's, good. They were pretty fortunate in Atlanta. They missed Strider. And now they're going to miss Garrett Cole for the Yankees series. So that's just nice little breaks. It's not much, but it's the little things that can, over the course of 162, help you out a little bit. So nice win for the Mariners tonight. Listen, like I said, it's not a win that I'm going to relive for the rest of my time. it was a game that was close, evenly matched, and they just happened to come out ahead of it. I was a little surprised that the A's took J.P. Sears out after 5 innings. He pitched 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned of the Ty France home run. Just 1 strikeout. A couple things why I think they did take him out. He wasn't exactly dominating. He was getting hit pretty hard. And I think it was Ty, Julio, and Kelenic due up. So I think with Ty and Julio, they wanted to get a right-hander in there. Now it ended up not mattering as Ty homered. But that would be my guess as to why J.P. Sears came out and only had 59 pitches. Unless there was an injury that I'm missing there, which could have happened. I don't know. But it was a little surprising at 59. And if you're the A's right now, you're at 10-41 coming into the game. I mean, let your young starter try and work through it. I mean, I'd be one thing was 82 pitches, 85, and labored. And again, I don't think Sears was great by any means. I thought he got hit hard, but he doesn't have a win this year. And Sears has been pretty decent. He out of all the pitchers we've seen for the A's this series, he is one that is like a legitimate MLB starting pitcher. Former Mariner prospect. He was traded in the to get driving nuts now. What trade was it? The Nick Rumbelow trade to the Yankees, and then he was traded. I think he was in the Frankie Montas trade. Yeah, I'm almost positive he was traded for Nick. Is it Rumbello or Rumbelow? I never remember, but yeah, J.P. Sears was in the Mariners farm system at one point. So was Nick Blackburn, or is it Paul Blackburn? The other A's pitcher, made the All-Star team last year, was a former Mariner farmhand. He was traded for Danny Valencia. So, little history lesson there. But yeah, surprised they took him out. Like I said, Sears is a decent pitcher. I think young, I would have sent him back out there. So I'm assuming maybe there was an injury because 59 pitches is really low to take a guy out. But maybe they were playing the righty-righty matchups. Who knows? Nice win for the Mariners. I will see everybody tomorrow night. Should be on with Rooftop Mariner tomorrow. And then hopefully Monday as well is our goal. So check that out. And I'll see everybody next time. As always, go M's. And have a great night, everybody. Peace.